The Rosetta Stone is one of the most famous ancient artifacts in the world. The Rosetta Stone was rediscovered in July 1799 by French soldiers who were part of Napoleon Bonaparte's Egyptian campaign. They were tearing down an old wall at Fort Julien near the town of Rashid, or Rosetta, in the Nile Delta, when they unearthed the stone. It is a large stone slab, originally part of a larger stele made of granodiorite. This durable material has preserved the inscriptions remarkably well over the millennia. The stone is inscribed with a decree issued in 196 BC at Memphis, Egypt, in honor of the Ptolemaic king Ptolemy V Epiphanes. This decree was meant to affirm the royal cult of the young king and was a significant political document of its time. What makes the Rosetta Stone so special is that the decree is inscribed in 3 different scripts, a feature that has made it invaluable to linguists and historians. Hieroglyphs, the formal writing system of ancient Egypt, these intricate symbols were used primarily for religious texts and monumental inscriptions. Demotic script, a cursive script used in everyday life. This script was the common script of the people, used for daily transactions and record-keeping. And finally, Ancient Greek. The presence of these 3 scripts is what ultimately allowed scholars to decipher hieroglyphs, which had been a mystery for centuries. News of the Rosetta Stone's discovery quickly spread throughout Europe, sparking a race among scholars to be the first to decipher the hieroglyphs. Among those who took up the challenge were Thomas Young, an English polymath, and Jean-François Champollion, a French philologist. Young made significant progress in deciphering the Demotic script, identifying several phonetic signs and correctly identifying the cartouche, or royal name ring, of Ptolemy. However, it was Champollion who would ultimately crack the code of hieroglyphs. The breakthrough came in 1822 when French scholar Jean-François Champollion announced that he had deciphered the hieroglyphs, opening up a new era of Egyptology. The Rosetta Stone thus stands as a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Champollion built upon Young's work, using his knowledge of Coptic, the last stage of the ancient Egyptian language, to identify phonetic correspondences between the Greek and hieroglyphic texts. In 1822, he had a breakthrough when he realized that the hieroglyphic signs in Ptolemy's cartouche represented the sounds of his name in Greek. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of hieroglyphs, demonstrating that they were not simply pictographs or ideograms, but a complex system of writing that included phonetic elements. Champollion's work laid the foundation for the modern study of ancient Egyptian language and culture. The decipherment of hieroglyphs had a profound impact on our understanding of ancient Egypt. It allowed scholars to read the countless inscriptions and texts that had previously been indecipherable, opening up a vast new window into Egyptian history, religion and culture. We now know much more about the daily lives of the ancient Egyptians, their beliefs and practices, and their interactions with other cultures. The Rosetta Stone, therefore, played a pivotal role in unlocking the secrets of one of the world's oldest civilizations. The Rosetta Stone, a granodiorite stele inscribed with a decree issued in Memphis, Egypt, in 196 BC, has a fascinating history that spans centuries and continents. Following Napoleon's defeat in Egypt in 1801, the Rosetta Stone, along with other antiquities collected by the French, became the property of the British under the terms of the Treaty of Alexandria. This treaty marked a significant moment in history, as it not only ended the French campaign in Egypt, but also transferred a wealth of knowledge and artifacts to British hands. The stone was transported to England and presented to King George III, who donated it to the British Museum in 1802. The journey of the Rosetta Stone from Egypt to England was a monumental task, involving careful planning and execution to ensure its safe arrival. Upon its arrival, it was immediately recognized for its potential to unlock the secrets of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. The Rosetta Stone has been on display at the British Museum ever since, becoming one of its most popular exhibits. Its presence has not only attracted scholars and historians, but also inspired countless visitors to delve into the mysteries of ancient civilizations. The stone's inscriptions, written in three scripts, Greek, Demotic and Hieroglyphic, provided the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs, a breakthrough that revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egypt. Millions of visitors from around the world flock to see the stone each year, marveling at its historical significance. The Rosetta Stone stands as a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Its journey from the sands of Egypt to the halls of the British Museum is a story of cultural exchange, discovery, and the enduring legacy of ancient civilizations. The Rosetta Stone's legacy extends far beyond its physical presence in the British Museum. Its discovery and decipherment sparked a renewed interest in ancient Egypt, leading to countless archaeological excavations and scholarly studies. The stone has become an iconic symbol of our ability to unlock the mysteries of the past. It serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving cultural heritage and the power of human ingenuity. The Rosetta Stone's fame has transcended academia, becoming a popular cultural icon. Its image has been used in countless books, films, television shows, and video games. The phrase Rosetta Stone has even entered the English lexicon as a metaphor for anything that holds the key to understanding a complex problem or mystery. The Rosetta Stone is more than just a stone slab with inscriptions. It is a key that unlocked the secrets of ancient Egypt, a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago along the banks of the Nile River. It is a tangible link to one of the world's oldest civilizations, a bridge connecting us to a time when pharaohs ruled and monumental pyramids were constructed. The Rosetta Stone is a testament to the enduring power of language, showcasing the intricate hieroglyphics that once conveyed the stories, laws, and beliefs of an ancient people. It stands as a symbol of our insatiable curiosity about the past, driving scholars and archaeologists to uncover the mysteries that lie beneath the sands of time. Its discovery and decipherment revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egypt, providing the key to translating hieroglyphics and opening up a vast new window into a world that had long been shrouded in mystery. This newfound knowledge allowed us to piece together the history, culture, and daily life of a civilization that had been lost to the ages, revealing the grandeur and complexity of ancient Egyptian society. The Rosetta Stone continues to captivate and inspire us today, drawing visitors from around the world to marvel at its inscriptions and the stories they tell. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of human curiosity, the drive to explore, learn, and understand our past. The importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage cannot be overstated, as it connects us to our roots and helps us understand the journey of humanity through the ages. The Rosetta Stone is a beacon of this heritage, a timeless artifact that continues to illuminate the path of discovery. Herodotus possessed a keen eye for observation and a passion for collecting stories. He sought out learned men and women, engaging them in lively discussions. He listened intently to tales whispered in marketplaces and songs sung in royal courts. He believed in the power of first-hand experience, venturing into remote regions to witness life in all its diversity. Herodotus understood that to truly comprehend the world, one had to explore its every corner. Egypt, with its ancient pyramids that have stood the test of time, towering majestically over the desert landscape, and enigmatic hieroglyphs that tell stories of gods, kings, and everyday life, held a particular allure for Herodotus. It was a land steeped in history, its origins lost to the mists of time, where every stone and ruin whispered secrets of a bygone era. Herodotus was captivated by the grandeur of its monuments, the towering statues that seemed to touch the sky, and the complexity of its civilization, a society that thrived with bustling marketplaces and intricate social structures. Herodotus immersed himself in Egyptian culture, engaging with priests, scribes, and ordinary people, learning from their daily lives and traditions. He learned about their religious beliefs, their social customs, and their understanding of the cosmos, which was deeply intertwined with their daily existence. He was fascinated by their stories of gods and pharaohs, tales of divine rulers and mythical beings, of creation and the afterlife, where elaborate burial practices ensured a journey to the next world. He recognized that Egypt offered a unique perspective on the human experience, a civilization that had mastered the art of living in harmony with the natural and supernatural worlds. Herodotus was a pioneer in the field of history, often referred to as the father of history, due to his groundbreaking work in documenting the past. However, his methods differed greatly from the rigorous standards of modern scholarship. Unlike today's historians, who rely on a combination of primary sources, archaeological evidence, and peer-reviewed research, Herodotus had to navigate a world where written records were scarce and often unreliable. He relied heavily on oral accounts, gathering stories from a wide range of sources. These included local storytellers, travelers, and merchants, each with their own version of events. Herodotus understood that history was often passed down through generations, shaped by the memories and perspectives of those who recounted it. This oral tradition was a double-edged sword. While it preserved the essence of events, it also allowed for embellishments and alterations over time. The stories he collected were like pieces of a puzzle, each one offering a glimpse into the past, but none providing a complete picture. The hieroglyphics and inscriptions he encountered were invaluable, yet they too were subject to interpretation. Herodotus recognized the subjective nature of his sources, but believed that by collecting multiple perspectives, he could approach a semblance of truth. He was aware that each account was colored by the teller's own experiences and biases. While Herodotus valued first-hand observation, he also relied on the interpretations of local guides and experts. These individuals provided him with insights that he could not have gained on his own. He understood that these guides and experts had spent their lives immersed in the culture and history of their land, making their knowledge indispensable. He consulted with Egyptian priests who possessed a deep knowledge of their history and religion. These priests were the keepers of sacred texts and oral traditions, offering Herodotus a wealth of information. He sought out Greek merchants and travelers who had spent years in Egypt, absorbing its culture. These individuals provided a unique perspective, bridging the gap between Greek and Egyptian worlds. He recognized that to fully understand a place, one had to rely on the knowledge of those who knew it best. This meant listening to the voices of the people who lived there, who had experienced its history firsthand. Herodotus's approach to history was not without its flaws. His reliance on oral accounts and second-hand information sometimes led him astray. He sometimes struggled to differentiate between fact and legend, accepting fantastical stories at face value. These tales, while captivating, often blurred the line between history and myth. He acknowledged the limitations of his own knowledge, often presenting conflicting accounts side by side. This approach allowed readers to see the diversity of perspectives, but also highlighted the uncertainties inherent in his work. However, his willingness to embrace uncertainty and to present multiple perspectives distinguished him as a historian. He was not afraid to admit when he did not know the full story, and he left room for future scholars to build upon his work. He understood that history was not simply a collection of facts, but a complex tapestry woven from memory, interpretation, and imagination. This holistic approach allowed him to capture the richness and complexity of human experience, making his work timeless and invaluable. Egypt, in the eyes of Herodotus, was a land of wonders, both familiar and strange. As he journeyed through this ancient civilization, he was struck by the unique blend of natural beauty and human ingenuity that defined the landscape. He marveled at the Nile's annual floods, which brought life to the arid land. These floods were not just a natural phenomenon, but a lifeline for the people, ensuring the fertility of the soil and the prosperity of the nation. He described the Egyptians' ingenious irrigation systems, which transformed the desert into fertile fields. These systems were a testament to their advanced engineering skills and their ability to adapt to their environment. He observed their agricultural practices, noting their cultivation of wheat, barley and flax. These crops were not only staples of their diet, but also essential for their economy, providing materials for trade and daily life. Herodotus was impressed by the Egyptians' ability to harness the power of nature to sustain their civilization. Their agricultural techniques were sustainable and efficient, allowing them to thrive in a challenging environment. Herodotus was equally fascinated by the Egyptians' cultural practices. He witnessed their vibrant festivals, intricate rituals, and the daily routines that reflected their deep-seated beliefs and values. He described their reverence for the Nile, which they believed was the source of all life. The river was central to their religion and mythology, and they held numerous ceremonies to honor its vital role in their existence. He observed their elaborate burial rituals, including the mummification of their dead and the construction of elaborate tombs. These practices were deeply rooted in their belief in the afterlife and the importance of preserving the body for the journey beyond. He noted their fascination with astronomy, their development of a calendar based on the solar year, and their construction of massive pyramids aligned with the stars. These achievements demonstrated their advanced understanding of the cosmos and their desire to connect with the divine. Herodotus recognized the Egyptians' deep connection to their environment and their reverence for the natural world. This connection was evident in their art, architecture, and daily practices, all of which reflected a profound respect for the forces of nature. He observed their respect for animals, particularly cats, which they considered sacred. Cats were not only pets, but also symbols of protection and grace, often depicted in their art and associated with the goddess Bastet. He noted their belief in the afterlife and their elaborate preparations for the journey into the underworld. These preparations included not only mummification, but also the provision of goods, amulets, and inscriptions to guide and protect the deceased in the afterlife. Herodotus understood that the Egyptians' worldview was fundamentally different from that of the Greeks, shaped by their unique environment and their ancient traditions. This difference was reflected in their art, religion, and social structures, offering a rich tapestry of cultural diversity that fascinated and inspired him. Ancient Egypt. The name conjures images of towering pyramids, enigmatic pharaohs, and hieroglyphs whispering secrets across millennia. This civilization, nestled along the fertile Nile River, stands as one of the most significant in human history. Its legacy echoes through time, influencing art, architecture, religion, and governance for thousands of years. Emerging around 3000 BC, ancient Egypt blossomed in a period when most of the world was still grappling with rudimentary forms of society. This remarkable civilization, with its sophisticated systems of writing, government, and cosmology, left an indelible mark on the trajectory of human development. From the moment its first dynasty took power to the twilight of its final pharaoh, ancient Egypt was a beacon of innovation and culture. Its story is a tapestry woven from the threads of ambition, faith, and the relentless pursuit of order in a world often defined by chaos. Before the rise of the pharaohs, Egypt was a land divided. The vast and fertile Nile River Valley was home to numerous small communities and tribes, each with its own customs, beliefs, and ways of life. These communities were spread across the length of the Nile, from the delta in the north to the cataracts in the south. Two prominent kingdoms, Upper and Lower Egypt, emerged as dominant forces in this fragmented landscape. Upper Egypt, located in the southern part of the country, was characterized by its narrow strip of fertile land along the Nile, while Lower Egypt, in the north, encompassed the broad and marshy delta region. Each kingdom had its own ruler, known as a king, and distinct cultural practices that reflected their unique environments and ways of life. The unification of these two lands under a single ruler marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. This monumental event not only brought an end to the long-standing rivalry between Upper and Lower Egypt, but also ushered in the era of pharaonic rule. The consolidation of power under one ruler laid the foundation for the rise of a powerful and enduring civilization, characterized by remarkable achievements in art, architecture, and governance. Around 3100 BC, a king named Menes, who hailed from Upper Egypt, embarked on a campaign to conquer Lower Egypt. Through a combination of military prowess and strategic alliances, Menes succeeded in uniting the two lands under his rule. This unification was symbolized by the double crown, which combined the white crown of Upper Egypt and the red crown of Lower Egypt, signifying the unity of the two regions. This momentous event marked the beginning of the early dynastic period and the birth of ancient Egypt as we know it. The unification of Upper and Lower Egypt set the stage for the development of a centralized state, with a strong and stable government that could oversee large-scale projects and manage the resources of the entire Nile Valley. While there is some debate among scholars about the exact identity of Menes, with some suggesting that he may have been a composite figure or that his achievements were attributed to multiple rulers, his achievement in unifying Egypt is undeniable. The legacy of Menes, whether as a single individual or a symbolic representation of early Egyptian kingship, remains a cornerstone of Egyptian history. With the establishment of the First Dynasty, a new era of centralized rule and political stability dawned upon Egypt. The pharaohs of the First Dynasty set the precedent for future rulers, establishing a system of governance that would endure for millennia. This centralized authority allowed for the efficient administration of the kingdom, the collection of taxes, and the organization of labor for monumental building projects. This newfound unity allowed for greater cooperation, resource management, and cultural exchange among the various regions of Egypt. The centralized government facilitated the construction of impressive architectural feats such as the early pyramids and temples, and the development of a sophisticated system of writing and record-keeping. These achievements set the stage for the remarkable accomplishments that would characterize the Old Kingdom period, often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids, when Egypt reached new heights of cultural and technological advancement. The early pharaohs were not merely rulers, they were considered divine beings, intermediaries between the gods and humanity. They were seen as the earthly embodiment of the gods, with a divine right to rule. This belief granted them unparalleled authority and reverence among their subjects. They wielded absolute power, controlling all aspects of Egyptian life, from the construction of monumental tombs and temples to the management of agriculture and trade. The pharaohs oversaw the building of grand structures that would stand the test of time, serving as both tombs and temples to honor the gods and themselves. Their influence extended to the fertile lands along the Nile, where they directed agricultural practices to ensure bountiful harvests, which were crucial for the sustenance of their people and the prosperity of their kingdom. Trade routes were established and maintained under their watchful eyes, bringing in goods and wealth from distant lands. Their reigns were marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and the development of a complex administrative system that would serve as the backbone of Egyptian society for centuries to come. These projects were not just displays of power, but also served practical purposes, such as fortifying the kingdom's defenses and showcasing their divine favor. The military campaigns expanded their territories and brought in resources, while the administrative system ensured that the vast empire was efficiently managed, with a bureaucracy that kept meticulous records and facilitated the smooth running of the state.
One of the most significant figures of this early period was King Djoser, the second pharaoh of the Third Dynasty. His reign marked a period of great innovation and development in ancient Egypt. Djoser is credited with commissioning the construction of the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, the earliest known example of a monumental stone structure in Egypt. This pyramid was a revolutionary architectural feat, setting a precedent for future constructions. It was not just a tomb but a symbol of the pharaoh's divine power and a testament to the advanced engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. This innovative pyramid, designed by the architect Imhotep, marked a turning point in Egyptian architecture and funerary practices. Imhotep, who was later deified, introduced the use of stone as a building material, which allowed for more durable and grandiose structures. The step pyramid's design influenced the construction of subsequent pyramids and became a model for future generations.
Another prominent ruler of this era was King Sneferu, the founder of the Fourth Dynasty. His reign was characterized by significant architectural and military achievements. Sneferu was a prolific builder, credited with the construction of at least 3 major pyramids. These included the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid, which showcased advancements in engineering and construction techniques. His ambitious building projects not only demonstrated his power, but also laid the groundwork for the construction of the Great Pyramids of Giza by his successors. His reign was also marked by military campaigns into Nubia and Libya, expanding the borders of the Egyptian state and securing valuable resources. These campaigns were crucial for the kingdom's economic stability and growth, as they brought in gold, slaves, and other resources that bolstered the pharaoh's wealth and power. Sneferu's military prowess and strategic acumen ensured that Egypt remained a dominant force in the region, with a legacy that would influence future generations of rulers. The pyramids of Egypt are perhaps the most iconic symbols of this ancient civilization. These monumental structures have fascinated historians, archaeologists, and tourists alike for centuries, standing as silent sentinels of a bygone era. These colossal structures, built as tombs for the pharaohs and their consorts, stand as testaments to the ingenuity, organizational skills, and religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. The sheer scale and precision of these pyramids continue to baffle modern engineers and architects, showcasing the advanced understanding of mathematics and astronomy possessed by the ancient builders. The construction of these massive monuments required an immense amount of labor and resources, reflecting the pharaohs' absolute power and their desire to leave an enduring legacy in the sands of time. Thousands of laborers, including skilled artisans, craftsmen and farmers during the off-season, worked tirelessly to ensure the completion of these grand projects. The logistics involved in quarrying, transporting and assembling the massive stone blocks are a testament to the highly organized society of ancient Egypt. The early pyramids were not without their challenges. The process of trial and error played a significant role in the evolution of pyramid construction techniques. Sneferu's first attempt at building a true smooth-sided pyramid, known as the Maidum Pyramid, ended in partial collapse during construction. This failure provided valuable lessons that informed future architectural endeavors. Undeterred, he embarked on the construction of another pyramid, the Bent Pyramid, which, while successfully completed, exhibits a peculiar bent slope, likely due to adjustments made during construction to prevent further instability. This unique structure stands as a testament to the adaptive and innovative spirit of ancient Egyptian architects. Sneferu's final pyramid, the Red Pyramid, was a triumph of engineering and design. This pyramid marked a significant milestone in the evolution of pyramid construction, showcasing a perfected technique that would influence future generations. It was the first successful true pyramid, with smooth sides rising at a consistent angle to a pointed apex. The Red Pyramid's success laid the groundwork for the construction of even more ambitious projects. The Red Pyramid served as a model for the Great Pyramid of Giza, built by Sneferu's son, Khufu, and considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid, with its precise alignment to the cardinal points and its massive scale, remains one of the most studied and admired structures in human history. It continues to inspire awe and wonder, symbolizing the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt's architectural and cultural achievements. Have you ever pondered what secrets the ancient city of Petra, Jordan, might hold? Nestled amid rugged desert canyons and mountains, this archaeological wonder whispers tales of a time long past. Petra, often referred to as the Rose City due to the color of the stone from which it is carved, is a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of a civilization lost in the sands of time. Like an artist's masterpiece etched onto the canvas of the earth, Petra stands in the southern part of Jordan, a country rich with history and culture. Its exact origins, however, remain shrouded in mystery. Some believe that it was established as early as the 4th century BC, while others argue that its roots stretch even further back into the mists of time. What we do know is that Petra's grandeur, preserved over millennia, continues to captivate us with its allure. The city's intricate architecture, carved directly from the mountainsides, tells a story of a people skilled beyond their time. These were the Nabateans, traditionally thought to have been the masterminds behind Petra's construction. This ancient civilization, once nomadic, settled in the region, transforming an inhospitable desert landscape into a bustling metropolis. The Nabateans were more than mere architects. They were traders, diplomats and engineers who managed to harness the scarce desert water through a complex network of dams, channels and reservoirs. This, coupled with their strategic location along the trade routes, allowed them to thrive in a region where survival was a constant challenge. Their legacy, the city of Petra, is a testament to their resilience and innovation. Its magnificent structures, such as Al-Khazneh or the Treasury and the monastery, are marvels that continue to astonish archaeologists and visitors alike. But who exactly were the Nabateans? And how did they manage to carve out an existence, let alone an entire city, in such a harsh environment? The story of Petra begins with the Nabateans, a nomadic tribe that rose to prominence in the region. As we peel back the layers of history, let's delve deeper into the lives of these remarkable people and the enigmatic city they left behind. The Nabateans, a nomadic tribe, found a home amidst the rugged desert cliffs. These people, whose origins remain shrouded in mystery, stumbled upon a barren, inhospitable landscape and saw an opportunity. They envisioned a sanctuary, a fortress hidden from the prying eyes of the world. And so began the rise of the Nabateans. The barren cliffs of southern Jordan's desert were an unlikely place for a civilization to flourish. But the Nabateans, with their indomitable spirit and tenacity, turned these cliffs into a canvas for their architectural prowess. With nothing more than rudimentary tools and their bare hands, they carved the city of Petra out of the rock. This monumental feat not only showcased their remarkable skill, but also their vision and determination. The result was a city of unparalleled beauty, its grandeur echoing through the ages. But the Nabateans were not just skilled architects. Their true genius lay in their ability to adapt and thrive in a harsh desert environment. They developed an intricate and sophisticated water management system, capturing every precious drop of the sparse rainfall. This system, complete with dams, channels and reservoirs, ensured a steady supply of water throughout the year, making life possible in the heart of the desert. The Nabateans were also master traders, their city Petra becoming a crucial junction for the silk and spice routes that linked China, India, Egypt, Greece and Rome. This strategic location, coupled with their control over the water resources, cemented their power and wealth. The Nabateans, once a nomadic tribe, were now masters of a thriving city, their influence spreading far and wide. Their story serves as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. In the face of adversity, they not only survived but thrived, creating a civilization that would leave its mark on history. Through their ingenuity, the Nabateans transformed a desolate desert into a thriving city. At its peak, Petra was a bustling metropolis, a testament to the Nabateans' skill and vision. Indeed, this city carved from stone was more than just an architectural marvel. It was a hub of trade and culture, a testament to the ingenuity of its builders. The Golden Age of Petra, from the 1st century BC to the 1st century AD, was a time of remarkable growth and prosperity. It was during this period that the Nabateans transformed Petra from a mere caravan stop into a vibrant city of breathtaking beauty and economic significance. The city's architectural wonders, carved directly into the rose-red cliffs, are an awe-inspiring testament to the Nabateans' advanced engineering skills. The iconic treasury, or Al-Khazne, with its ornate facade towering over 40 meters high, is a remarkable example of these. Not far from it stands the larger yet equally impressive monastery, an architectural feat that reflects the city's rich cultural heritage. But Petra was not just a city of beautiful buildings. It was a bustling trade hub, strategically located at the crossroads of important trade routes that linked China, India, Egypt, Greece and Rome. The Nabateans capitalized on this advantageous position, establishing Petra as a vital center for the trade of frankincense, myrrh and spices. This golden age also saw a flourishing of culture in Petra. The city was a melting pot of traditions and influences, from the Greco-Roman architecture to the local Bedouin customs. The Nabateans were not just skilled architects and traders, they were also artists, poets and philosophers, adding a rich layer of cultural depth to their thriving city. Yet perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Petra's golden age was how the city seemed to defy its harsh desert surroundings. With an ingenious water management system, the Nabateans turned this rugged landscape into a thriving metropolis, a beacon of civilization in the heart of the desert. Petra was a beacon of civilization in the heart of the desert, a city that seemed to defy the harshness of its surroundings. A testament to the Nabateans' skill and vision, Petra remains a symbol of human resilience and ingenuity, a city whose golden age continues to inspire us today. But like all great cities, Petra too would face its decline. The downfall of Petra was a combination of both natural and man-made factors. The city's economic prosperity was largely due to its strategic position on lucrative trade routes. However, the winds of change began to blow. The rise of sea trading routes undermined Petra's overland trade monopoly. As goods began to flow around the Arabian Peninsula, Petra's importance dwindled. The city's wealth, once overflowing, began to ebb away, leaving a vulnerable city in its wake. The second blow came with the Roman annexation. In the 1st century AD, the Roman Empire, in its quest for expansion, absorbed Petra. The Nabateans were now Roman subjects, their city a mere province in a vast empire. The Romans brought with them their architectural style, which gradually replaced the unique Nabatean structures. The identity of Petra was slowly but surely being erased. As centuries passed, Petra's fortunes continued to wane. The city that once thrived with life and commerce started to show signs of decay. The buildings, once magnificent, now stood like silent witnesses to the city's past glory. The bustling streets became quieter, and the vibrant city life began to fade. In the 4th century AD, a massive earthquake struck Petra, causing extensive damage. This was the final blow to the city. The few remaining inhabitants were forced to leave, abandoning the once vibrant city to the ravages of time and nature. Petra, once a bustling metropolis, was now a ghost town. For centuries the city was forgotten. Its grandeur, its history, its very existence slipped into oblivion. The sandstorms of time swept over the forgotten city, hiding it away from the world. Petra, once a beacon of civilization, was now lost in the annals of history. Once a vibrant city, Petra slowly faded into oblivion, its grandeur forgotten. Lost to the sands of time, Petra lay hidden until the 19th century. This enigmatic city was shrouded in mystery, its existence known only in ancient texts and local folklore, until Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt stumbled upon it in the year 1812. Disguised as an Arab traveller, Burckhardt persuaded his guide to take him to the ruins, thus unveiling Petra's grandeur to the Western world. Following this remarkable rediscovery, Petra sparked curiosity and fascination among explorers and scholars alike. Expeditions were launched, archaeologists descended, and slowly the ancient city began to reveal its secrets. From the ornate tombs carved into rose-red cliffs to the intricate water conduit system, each discovery painted a vivid picture of a civilization that was both technologically advanced and artistically sophisticated. Yet, the archaeological work in Petra is far from over. With 70% of the city still buried underground, each new excavation brings us one step closer to understanding the enigma that is Petra. As the years roll on, the city continues to yield new clues about the life and culture of the Nabateans, their architectural prowess, and their ingenious adaptation to the harsh desert environment. In 1985, Petra was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to its historical significance and architectural beauty. A couple of decades later, in 2007, its fame reached new heights when it was voted as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. These accolades have not only cemented Petra's place in history, but have also sparked a renewed interest in its preservation and study. Today, Petra stands as a monument to a bygone era, its sandstone walls whispering tales of a glorious past. As we delve deeper into its history, we are continually reminded of the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. Petra, once lost and forgotten, has risen from the sands of time to tell its story, a story that continues to unfold with each passing day. Imagine an endless sandy expanse, suddenly interrupted by a stream of vitality teeming with life. This is the Nile, the vital essence of ancient Egypt. In the northeastern corner of Africa, a civilization ascended from the sands, taming the harsh environment and etching its story into history. This was ancient Egypt, a civilization that spanned over 3,000 years, from around 3100 BC to the descent of the last pharaoh, Cleopatra, in 30 BC. At its heart flowed a river like no other. The Nile, the longest river in the world, stretched over 4,000 miles, its waters flowing northward from the highlands of East Africa, through the Sahara to the Mediterranean Sea. But what set the Nile apart was not its length, but its role in shaping a civilization. For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was more than a river. It was a lifeline, it was a god. It was the pulse of a civilization that would leave an indelible mark on the world. In a land dominated by arid desert, the Nile was a lifeline, a verdant strip of land on either side of the river. The Nile Valley was a haven of fertility. Here, the ancient Egyptians grew their crops, built their cities, and buried their dead. The contrast was stark, a stream of vitality surrounded by a sea of sand, life flourishing amidst sterility. The Nile was not just a provider, but also a pathfinder. It was the highway that connected Upper Egypt in the south, with its rocky cliffs and ancient tombs, to Lower Egypt in the north, with its fertile delta and bustling cities. It was the artery that pumped life into the heart of ancient Egypt, a constant, reliable presence that dictated the rhythms of daily life and the cycles of the seasons. Thus begins the tale of the Nile, a tale intertwined with the ascend and descend of one of the world's most intriguing civilizations. What was it about the Nile that made it so pivotal to ancient Egypt? It was, in the words of the Greek historian Herodotus, the gift of the Nile. Let's delve into the heart of this gift, the annual flooding of the Nile, a natural phenomenon that was as reliable as the sunrise. This predictable inundation was nothing short of a miracle for the ancient Egyptians. The floodwaters, carrying rich, fertile silt from the heart of Africa, spread across the plains, replenishing the soil and transforming the arid landscape into a verdant paradise. With this rich black silt, the Egyptians found the perfect canvas for agriculture. They cultivated wheat, flax, and papyrus, harnessing the bounty of the Nile to sustain and grow their population. It was this life-giving soil that allowed them to develop surplus, a key factor in the rise of complex societies. Imagine, if you will, the scene of ancient farmers hunched over in the fields under the scorching sun, their sweat mixing with the fertile mud of the Nile. They are not merely tilling the soil, they are shaping the very foundations of one of the world's earliest and greatest civilizations. The Nile's predictability allowed the Egyptians not just to survive, but to thrive. They developed a calendar based on the river's cycles, and by predicting the floods, they could plan their planting and harvesting around it. This understanding of the river's rhythms led to advancements in technology and the establishment of a stable economy. But the Nile was not merely a source of physical sustenance. It was, in every sense, a life force, a deity to be revered and worshipped. It was the heart of their spiritual beliefs, the wellspring of their mythology, and the inspiration for their awe-inspiring architecture and art. The Nile, then, was not just a river, but the very foundation upon which the grand edifice of ancient Egypt was built. The river's gift was not just water, but civilization itself, a testament to the power and the potential that lay in the harnessing of nature's bounty. Beyond its agricultural bounty, the Nile served as the superhighway of ancient Egypt. This mighty river was not just a source of life, but also a path that carved its way through the desert, the heartline of a civilization. The Nile, flowing from the south to the north, was a natural transportation route. It was the lifeblood of Egypt, a highway that moved people, goods, and ideas. Imagine, if you will, the hundreds of boats that would have dotted its expanse, carrying everything from grain and gold to stone and stories. Trade was the lifeblood of any ancient society, and Egypt was no different. The Nile played a pivotal role in this, providing a route for the exchange of goods. Boats laden with wheat from the fertile fields of the Delta would make their way to the markets of Upper Egypt, while those from the south would carry gold and precious stones. The river was a bustling marketplace, a conduit for economic prosperity. But it wasn't just trade that the Nile facilitated. Communication, too, was carried along its waters. Messages from the pharaoh would be dispatched up and down the river, ensuring the kingdom's orders were heard far and wide. It connected cities, towns, and people, knitting together the fabric of the ancient civilization. Moreover, the Nile was also a strategic military route. Expeditions would set sail from its banks, venturing into unknown territories, defending the kingdom's borders, or sometimes expanding them. The Nile was a witness to countless tales of valor and victory, of ancient Egypt's might and majesty. The river's significance was such that it fostered the development of remarkable navigation skills and the construction of advanced boats. From simple reed rafts to grand royal barges, the evolution of Egyptian naval technology is a testament to the Nile's importance. In the vast desert of Egypt, the Nile was the bustling highway, the conduit that connected a civilization. It was more than just a river. It was the artery of life, the road of a nation, the highway of a people's history. The Nile was not just a physical entity to the ancient Egyptians, it was a spiritual river, an integral part of their religious beliefs. This mighty river wasn't simply seen as a water source, but rather a divine entity, a god that breathed life into the land and its people. The Nile was personified as the god Hapi, the lord of the fishes and birds of the marshes, symbolizing fertility and life. Hapi was revered and worshipped. His blessings sought to ensure the river's annual flooding, bringing with it the rich, fertile soil that sustained the kingdom. The river's cyclical flooding echoed the cycle of life and death, a rhythm deeply ingrained in the spirituality of ancient Egypt. This natural phenomenon became a divine event in their eyes, a testament to their god's grace and benevolence. The river was the stage for numerous myths and rituals, its banks hosting ceremonies that paid homage to its sacred attributes. One such tale was the myth of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, the underworld, and rebirth. His body, torn into pieces by his brother Seth, was said to have been scattered across the Nile, making the river a symbol of rebirth and eternal life. This tale was central to the ancient Egyptians' belief in the afterlife, further elevating the Nile's spiritual significance. The river was also a sacred pathway, a celestial river that mirrored the Milky Way, guiding the pharaohs to the afterlife. The importance of this belief was reflected in the construction of the royal tombs and pyramids, aligning them with the river, the celestial bodies, and the cardinal points, a testament to the Nile's role as a spiritual guide. The Nile was more than a river. It was a deity, a provider, a life-giver, a spiritual guide, and a pathway to the afterlife. It was the heartbeat of the civilization, pulsating with the rhythms of daily life and the cycles of the seasons. To the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was a divine gift, a river of life and death, a deity to be revered and appeased. The Nile, with its gifts of fertility, transportation, and spiritual significance left a lasting legacy on ancient Egypt. The Nile River's influence on ancient Egypt was far-reaching, coloring every aspect of life and shaping a civilization that stands as a marvel of human history. Its life-giving waters were the canvas upon which the Egyptians painted their culture, their art, their science, and their architecture. In art, the Nile was a muse, its winding path, teeming wildlife, and fertile banks inspiring countless works of art. It was the backdrop of many tales, with its gods and goddesses playing pivotal roles in Egyptian mythology. The river's annual flooding, a symbol of rebirth, was immortalized in many artistic forms, from sculpture to hieroglyphics. The Nile's importance was also evident in architecture. The river's mud was used to create the bricks for buildings, while its stones were quarried for monuments and temples. The alignment of these structures often followed the river's path, showing how the Nile guided the Egyptians not just in their daily lives, but also in their monumental endeavors. In the realm of science, the Nile was a natural laboratory. The river's predictable cycles led to the development of one of the world's first calendars. Its fauna and flora were subjects of study, leading to advancements in botany and zoology. The need to manage its waters resulted in groundbreaking engineering feats, such as the construction of dams and canals. Culturally, the Nile shaped the Egyptians' worldview. It shaped their social structures, with those living along its banks forming the backbone of Egyptian society. It influenced their religious beliefs, with the river itself being revered as a deity. Today, the Nile continues to hold a central place in Egyptian life, its waters still nurturing the land and its people. The river's legacy lives on, not just in the monuments and artifacts that dot its banks, but also in the hearts and minds of the Egyptians who continue to draw inspiration from its timeless allure. From the dawn of civilization to the present day, the Nile remains the lifeblood of Egypt, a testament to its timeless allure and enduring legacy.
Ancient Egypt, a civilization renowned for its grandeur, flourished on the banks of the Nile River for over 3 millennia. The Egyptians were deeply connected to the natural world, their lives entwined with the rhythms of the sun, moon, and stars. This profound relationship is evident in their religious beliefs, social structures, and daily activities. The Egyptians observed the celestial dance of the sun and stars, recognizing their cyclical nature and the life-giving properties of the sun. They developed a complex understanding of astronomy, using it to track time, predict the Nile's floods, and align their monumental structures with celestial events. The celestial bodies, with their predictable movements, were personified as gods and goddesses. The sun, the most prominent celestial body, was revered as Ra, the creator god, who sailed across the sky each day in his solar bark. Let us journey back in time and delve into the Egyptian experience of day and night, uncovering the secrets of their celestial beliefs. As the sun began its descent in the west, a sense of tranquility descended upon ancient Egypt. The fiery orb dipped below the horizon, marking the end of the workday and ushering in the night. Unlike the bustling activity of the day, the night held a different significance for the Egyptians, a time for rest and reflection. The Egyptians believed that the night was a time when malevolent spirits roamed freely. To ward off these unseen forces, they performed protective rituals, seeking the guidance and protection of their gods. The night sky, a breathtaking tapestry of twinkling stars, held a particular fascination for the Egyptians. Astronomers, priests with specialized knowledge of the heavens, played a crucial role in Egyptian society. The night was not just a time for rest, but also a time for connecting with the divine. The Nile, the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, played a pivotal role in shaping the Egyptian perception of time and the cosmos. Its annual floods, predictable yet awe-inspiring, were the heartbeat of Egyptian civilization. The Egyptians observed that the Nile's inundation coincided with the rising of Sirius, the dog star, in the eastern sky just before dawn. The Egyptians developed a sophisticated calendar based on the solar year, dividing it into 3 seasons: Akhet, inundation; Peret, growing; and Shemu, harvest. The Nile's rhythmic cycle of flood and recession mirrored the cyclical nature of day and night. The Nile, in essence, embodied the cyclical nature of time and the Egyptian belief in the enduring power of the cosmos. The Egyptians were meticulous timekeepers, their lives governed by the celestial rhythms of the sun, moon, and stars. They developed sophisticated methods for measuring time, dividing the day and night into equal segments and creating calendars that aligned with the solar year and the Nile's floods. To measure time during the day, the Egyptians used sundials, simple yet effective devices that tracked the sun's movement across the sky. At night, they relied on water clocks, ingenious devices that measured time based on the steady flow of water from a vessel with a small hole. The Egyptians developed two main calendars, a lunar calendar based on the cycles of the moon, and a solar calendar based on the sun's journey around the earth. Accurate timekeeping was essential for religious practices, as temples throughout Egypt adhered to strict schedules for daily rituals and offerings. Time for the Egyptians was not linear but cyclical, intricately linked to the movements of celestial bodies. Death, for the ancient Egyptians, was not an end, but a transition to another realm, the afterlife. Just as the sun journeyed through the underworld each night, so too did the deceased embark on a perilous journey through the underworld. The Egyptians envisioned the underworld as a subterranean world, shrouded in darkness and ruled by Osiris, the god of the dead. The deceased's journey through this shadowy realm was fraught with danger, requiring them to navigate treacherous paths and prove their worthiness to Osiris. Tombs were elaborately furnished with food, clothing, tools, and weapons to accompany the deceased on their journey. The afterlife, therefore, was not a perpetual night, but a realm of both darkness and light, where the deceased faced challenges and rewards. The Egyptian pantheon was populated with a myriad of gods and goddesses, each embodying forces of nature or aspects of human experience. Among these deities, Ra, the sun god, and Nut, the sky goddess, played pivotal roles in the Egyptian perception of day and night. Ra, often depicted as a man with a falcon's head crowned with a solar disk, was the supreme deity in the Egyptian pantheon. Each day, Ra sailed across the sky in his solar bark, bringing light and order to the land. At sunset, he journeyed through the underworld, battling chaotic forces before emerging triumphant each morning in the east. Nut, the sky goddess, was often depicted as a woman arched over the earth, her body adorned with stars. She was the mother of Ra, swallowing him each evening as he descended in the west, and giving birth to him anew each morning in the east. The eternal dance of Ra and Nut symbolized the enduring power of creation and the cyclical nature of existence. Temples, grand and awe-inspiring structures dedicated to the Egyptian gods and goddesses, were not merely places of worship, they were microcosms of the universe. These sacred spaces were intricately aligned with celestial events, their architecture and decoration echoing the celestial realm above. The entrance pylon, flanked by towering obelisks, symbolized the gateway to the celestial realm. The hypostyle hall, with its forest of columns, represented the primeval waters of Nun, from which creation emerged. The sanctuary, the most sacred part of the temple, housed the cult statue of the temple's deity. Temples were also aligned with significant astronomical events, such as solstices and equinoxes. The decoration of temples further emphasized their celestial connections. The ancient Egyptians possessed a profound understanding of astronomy, using their knowledge to align their monumental structures with celestial events. Pyramids, the most iconic of all Egyptian monuments, were not randomly placed, but carefully oriented to the cardinal directions. The four sides of the Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, are aligned almost perfectly with north, south, east, and west. Temples were also aligned with significant astronomical events, such as solstices and equinoxes. The Egyptians believed that aligning their structures with celestial events imbued them with cosmic power and ensured their stability and longevity. These alignments were powerful expressions of the Egyptian worldview, reflecting their deep reverence for the cosmos. The ancient Egyptians lived in a world deeply intertwined with the rhythms of nature, their lives governed by the cyclical dance of day and night. Their perception of these cycles was not merely functional, but deeply spiritual. Their meticulous timekeeping practices, their alignment of monuments with celestial events, and their elaborate funerary rituals all point to a civilization deeply aware of its place in the grand scheme of the cosmos. The Egyptian fascination with day and night, with the cyclical nature of time and the eternal dance of celestial bodies, continues to captivate us today. The Egyptians, in essence, left behind an enduring legacy, reminding us of the power of observation and the timeless allure of the cosmos.
In the heart of the ancient world, along the banks of the majestic Nile River, a flourishing civilization emerged. A civilization whose lifeblood flowed not just from the Nile's waters, but from the bountiful flora that adorned its banks. Join us as we embark on a journey through time to explore the rich tapestry of plants that sustained and enriched ancient Egypt. The climate and unique geography of the Nile Delta offered a wide variety of plant species. Many of these plants served as sustenance for the ancient Egyptians and as valuable crops for trade. The Nile's consistent seasons allowed Egypt to sustain itself for centuries. As we delve deeper into the world of ancient Egypt's flora, we uncover not only the botanical richness, but also the cultural significance that these plants held. Join us on this captivating journey as we explore the flora of ancient Egypt, a testament to the ingenuity, spirituality, and enduring legacy of this remarkable civilization. One of the key factors that enabled the growth of this advanced society was the favorable climate of the Nile Delta. The Nile River, with its annual flooding, brought nutrient-rich silt that rejuvenated the soil, creating the ideal conditions for agriculture. The predictable flood cycle of the Nile allowed farmers to cultivate a wide variety of crops, ranging from grains like wheat and barley to vegetables like onions and garlic. The fertility of the Nile Delta was legendary, and it was often described as the gift of the Nile. In addition to crops, the Nile's waterways provided a natural irrigation system, allowing farmers to efficiently manage their fields. But the importance of the Nile extended beyond just agriculture. It was the lifeblood of the entire civilization, a source of drinking water, transportation, and sustenance for countless species of plants and animals. The Nile's consistent seasons allowed Egypt to sustain itself for centuries, and its banks teemed with a rich variety of flora. Yet, possibly the most iconic and versatile plant of ancient Egypt was the papyrus. Papyrus, scientifically known as Cyperus papyrus, was a tall sedge plant that grew in abundance along the water's edge of the Nile. Its slender stalks, topped with tufts of feathery leaves, reached skyward, creating lush green corridors along the riverbanks. The ancient Egyptians cherished papyrus for its many uses, some of which may surprise you. While it is widely recognized as a writing material, serving as the precursor to paper, the ancient Egyptians found numerous other functions for this remarkable plant. Papyrus was not just a medium for recording history, it was used to create sturdy ropes, durable sandals, and comfortable mats. The versatility of papyrus extended even further. Papyriform boats, crafted from the stems of the papyrus plant, were a common sight on the Nile. These boats served not only as practical vessels for transportation and fishing, but also as symbols of spiritual significance. They were often featured in paintings and reliefs and played a central role in ritualistic ceremonies. The papyrus plant, with its multifaceted utility, was a testament to the resourcefulness of the ancient Egyptians. But papyrus was just one element in the botanical mosaic that adorned the Nile Delta. The ancient Egyptians lived in harmony with nature, and the plants that surrounded them were not only sources of sustenance but also integral to their culture and spirituality. One of the most important trees in ancient Egypt was the date palm, Phoenix dactylifera. Its sweet and nutritious fruits, known as dates, were a staple food in the Egyptian diet. The date palm not only provided sustenance but also offered valuable resources. Its leaves were woven into baskets, mats, and even roofs for homes. The ancient Egyptians also used various parts of the date palm for medicinal purposes, demonstrating their deep knowledge of plant-based remedies. Alongside the date palm, the carob tree, Ceratonia siliqua, and the tamarisk tree, Tamarix spp, were commonly found along the banks of the Nile. The carob tree, with its long, pod-like fruits, provided a nutritious food source. Carob pods were not only consumed as a sweet treat, but were also used as a unit of measurement for precious commodities like gold, earning them the nickname Egyptian gold. Tamarisk trees, on the other hand, were known for their salt-tolerant nature. They played a vital role in preventing soil erosion and improving the overall ecological stability of the Nile Delta. In addition to their ecological importance, tamarisk trees provided wood for construction and fuel. As we explore further, we encounter the rich variety of fruits that adorned Egyptian orchards. The earliest fruit tree cultivated in ancient Egypt was the fig tree, Ficus carica. Its sweet, pear-shaped fruits were not only delicious but also symbolized fertility and abundance. The cultivation of figs dates back to the early dynastic period, showcasing the long-standing connection between the Egyptians and their fruit trees. Over time, other fruit trees found their place in Egyptian orchards. The apple, Malus domestica, was introduced, offering a crisp and refreshing alternative to the fig. The pomegranate, Punica granatum, with its jewel-like seeds, added a burst of color and flavor to the Egyptian diet. These fruits became not only culinary staples but also symbols of vitality and prosperity. And during the era of the New Kingdom, the olive tree, Alia europea, was introduced to Egypt. The cultivation of olive trees marked a significant culinary and economic development. Olive oil, extracted from the fruit, became a valuable commodity, used not only for cooking but also for lighting lamps and as an essential ingredient in cosmetics. As the ancient Egyptians diversified their orchards, they embraced the flavors and benefits of these fruits. Yet, the botanical story of ancient Egypt is not limited to its orchards and cultivated plants. The lush vegetation along the banks of the Nile was a testament to the adaptability and resilience of the plant kingdom in the face of the river's annual inundation. But the flora of ancient Egypt was more than just a source of sustenance and construction materials. It was deeply intertwined with spirituality and mythology. The acacia tree, Acacia spp, held a special place in Egyptian culture and religion. It was associated with Horus, the falcon-headed god of kingship and the sky. The acacia's resilience in harsh desert conditions symbolized the divine protection and strength of Horus, the patron god of Egypt. The divinities Thoth and Seshat, often portrayed as scribes, were depicted inscribing the reign of the king into the trunk of a pasea tree, Pasea americana. This ritualistic act signified the recording and preservation of the king's legacy for eternity. The sycamore tree, Ficus sycamoris, was another species deeply connected to Egyptian spirituality. Known for its distinctive, broad leaves and wide canopy, the sycamore tree was associated with the goddess Iset, also known as Isis, the patron of the ritual of life. The sycamore's shade and life-giving properties were symbolic of the goddess's nurturing and protective nature. These spiritual connections between the people of ancient Egypt and the plant world reflected their profound reverence for the natural environment. As we reflect on the flora of ancient Egypt, we recognize that it was not only a source of sustenance and cultural significance, but also a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of this remarkable civilization. Join us on this immersive journey as we continue to unravel the flora of ancient Egypt, revealing the threads of history, culture, and spirituality that wove together to create one of the most enduring and influential civilizations in history. To truly appreciate the significance of these plants, we must delve into the daily lives of the ancient Egyptians and understand how they harnessed the power of nature to thrive in the arid landscape of the Nile Delta. Agriculture was the cornerstone of Egyptian society, and the annual flooding of the Nile was a highly anticipated event. As the river swelled with water and nutrients, it spilled over its banks, creating fertile silt deposits that transformed the surrounding land into a verdant oasis. The rich alluvial soil was perfect for cultivation, and the ancient Egyptians wasted no time in planting their crops. Wheat and barley were among the primary grains grown, serving as the staples of the Egyptian diet. These grains were not only consumed as bread and porridge, but were also used in brewing beer, a dietary staple that was central to social and religious gatherings. Onions and garlic, known for their flavor and medicinal properties, were cultivated alongside grains. The predictable flood cycle of the Nile allowed farmers to plan their planting and harvesting with precision. This mastery of the river's rhythms contributed to the stability and prosperity of Egyptian society. In addition to its role in agriculture, the Nile River served as a natural irrigation system. Canals were dug to divert water to the fields, ensuring that even areas farther from the riverbanks could be cultivated. The Egyptians were pioneers in the field of irrigation, employing innovative methods such as the shadaf, a counterweighted lever, to lift water from the river. The efficient management of water resources allowed the civilization to flourish in an otherwise arid environment. But the Nile River was not just a source of sustenance, it was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, supporting not only agriculture, but also transportation and trade. The ancient Egyptians were skilled boat builders, and the Nile provided the perfect highways for their vessels. Boats of various sizes and designs crisscrossed the river, carrying goods, people, and ideas. Trade flourished along the Nile, connecting the different regions of Egypt and facilitating the exchange of commodities like grains, textiles, and pottery. This robust trade network allowed Egypt to access valuable resources from other regions of the ancient world, further enriching their culture and economy. The Nile River was not only a conduit for physical goods, but also for cultural exchange and the dissemination of knowledge. Scholars and scribes traveled along the river, sharing information and recording the history, religion, and scientific achievements of the civilization. It was this dynamic interplay of people and resources along the Nile that allowed Egypt to thrive for millennia. As we conclude our exploration of the flora of ancient Egypt, we are reminded that the civilization's greatness was not solely a product of monumental architecture or military conquests. It was also a testament to the profound connection that the ancient Egyptians had with the natural world. The Nile Delta, with its predictable floods and fertile soil, offered the perfect canvas for a civilization to flourish. And the plants that thrived along its banks, from the majestic papyrus to the humble date palm, were not just sources of sustenance but also threads in the rich tapestry of Egyptian culture and spirituality. Each plant carried a unique significance, whether through its practical uses or its role in religious rituals. The ancient Egyptians understood that their existence was intimately intertwined with the natural world around them. In their daily lives, they celebrated the bounty of the land, the life-giving waters of the Nile, and the sacred connection between the plant kingdom and the divine. It is through this lens that we can truly appreciate the flora of ancient Egypt, a vital and vibrant aspect of a civilization that continues to captivate and inspire us to this day. As we bid farewell to the captivating world of ancient Egypt, let us carry with us the profound lessons of harmony with nature and reverence for the gifts it bestows. The Nile Delta may have been the cradle of an ancient civilization, but it also serves as a timeless reminder of the enduring relationship between humanity and the natural world. The flora of ancient Egypt, a story of sustenance, spirituality, and a civilization that bloomed like the lotus in the Nile, will forever be etched in the annals of history. In the land of the Pharaohs, where the golden sands stretch far and wide, there stands an architectural marvel that has mystified the world for centuries, the Egyptian pyramids. These monumental structures have long captured the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and dreamers alike. But where did these enigmatic wonders originate? Join us on an illuminating journey back in time as we unveil the ancient secrets behind the birth of the Egyptian pyramids. The word pyramid itself carries a touch of mystery. While many believe it originates from the Greek word pyramis, which referred to a bread of conical shape, its true roots may lie even deeper in the sands of time. The origin of this word, like the pyramids themselves, is cloaked in the mists of history, waiting to be revealed. Life and death in ancient Egypt were intrinsically linked to the eternal cycle of the sun. The smooth-faced pyramid, with its majestic angles and precision, became more than just a tomb. It was a symbol of the pharaoh's transformation into one of the sun's rays in death. This profound connection between the pharaohs and the sun would shape the destiny of these timeless structures. Pyramids represented much more than monumental tombs. They were physical manifestations of the Benben, the primordial mound from the Heliopolitan creation myth. These stories, deeply rooted in Egyptian culture, permeated every aspect of life, infusing each stone with spiritual significance. Before the grandeur of the pyramids, ancient Egypt witnessed the emergence of funerary practices during the predynastic period. These practices, however, diverged significantly depending on whether one lived in Lower Egypt or Upper Egypt. In the fertile lands of Lower Egypt, at the archaeological site of Merinde Beni Salam, we unearthed the oldest known funerary site, dating back to 5000 BCE. Here, the deceased were laid to rest in shallow graves, curled in a fetal position. Though a few objects accompanied the departed, they remained silent about the social standing of those interred. In Upper Egypt, predynastic practices were more intricate, offering insights into evolving funerary rites. These rites can be classified into two distinct cultural phases, the Badarian and Nagada periods. The Badarian phase, spanning from 4400 BCE to 3800 BCE, unveiled small necropolises on the outskirts of villages, marking the emergence of funerary cults. Deceased individuals were placed in oval graves, their bodies tenderly covered with goat or gazelle skins. Everyday items accompanied them on their journey to the afterlife. During the three Nagada periods, spanning from 4000 BCE to 3510 BCE, funerary practices evolved into a sophisticated art. The shape of tombs shifted from oval to rectangular, mirroring the homes of the living. The scale and intricacy of funerary items grew, and tombs were fortified with masonry, wooden veneers, or raw bricks. As society evolved, so did the necropolises. Social stratification became evident, with elite and commoners resting in separate necropolises. This division mirrored the hierarchies of an ever-changing society. The mastaba, the precursor to the pyramid, underwent remarkable changes during the Old Kingdom. From the 5th dynasty onwards, mastabas began to feature multi-room substructures, sometimes housing up to 30 chambers. The number and quality of decorated surfaces increased significantly, as did the number of statues found within these eternal homes. The 6th dynasty marked the pinnacle of artistic expression in ancient Egypt. The tomb of Mereruka, nestled in the heart of Saqqara, stands as a testament to this artistic flourishing. Every surface within this burial chamber is adorned with vivid scenes of daily life, eloquently illustrating the prosperity that awaited those fortunate enough to spend eternity near a pharaoh's pyramid. As we journey through the sands of time, we begin to glimpse the genesis of the pyramids themselves. These structures, conceived in the minds of ancient architects and artisans, would soon rise to shape the very horizon of Egypt. But who were the architects of these monumental tombs, and how did they turn ambitious visions into stone reality? The pyramid builders, their lives, tools, and ingenious engineering, all played a pivotal role in constructing these awe-inspiring structures. Among these pyramids, the Great Pyramid of Giza stands as the crown jewel, a testament to the audacity of human ambition and engineering prowess. Its sheer size, precision, and the mysteries hidden within its chambers continue to captivate researchers and explorers from around the globe. As we reach the end of our journey, we reflect upon the enduring legacy of the Egyptian pyramids. These colossal structures not only served as tombs for pharaohs, but also as monuments to human achievement, architectural wonders that have stood the test of millennia. The birth of the Egyptian pyramids was a journey through time and culture, weaving together ancient myths, funerary practices, and evolving architectural techniques. These monumental structures would come to symbolize the power, spirituality, and enduring legacy of a civilization that continues to captivate our imaginations today. As we conclude our journey into the origins of the Egyptian pyramids, we invite you to delve deeper into the sands of time, where countless secrets still await discovery. Join us in our next exploration of the wonders of the ancient world. Until then, may the sun forever shine upon these eternal marvels, and may their stories continue to inspire generations to come. Egypt, a land of timeless wonder, where the sands of the desert whisper secrets of the past. For millennia, this ancient land has been the cradle of civilization, a place where history and legend intertwine. But today, we stand at a critical juncture in Egypt's history. The treasures of this land are under threat, and the world must come together to preserve its heritage. In this documentary, we embark on a journey through time and history, exploring Egypt's most iconic monuments and artifacts, and the incredible efforts made to safeguard them for future generations. Our journey begins at the heart of Egypt's ancient wonders, the pyramids of Giza. These colossal structures, built over 4,500 years ago, continue to stand as a testament to human ingenuity and determination. The pyramids, as the eternal guardians of Egypt, have witnessed countless generations passing beneath their towering shadows. It's awe-inspiring to think that allegedly, these massive edifices were constructed without modern machinery, using nothing but the strength and determination of ancient Egyptians. The precision and engineering skill on display here are a testament to their advanced knowledge. However, the passage of time has taken its toll. The pyramids have faced threats ranging from natural erosion to the impact of modern urbanization. To preserve these iconic structures, a delicate balance must be maintained between allowing access to tourists and protecting them from harm. Today, cutting-edge technology plays a pivotal role in monitoring the pyramid's structural integrity. Sensors and monitoring devices keep a vigilant watch, ensuring any changes in temperature, humidity, or seismic activity are detected promptly. But preserving Egypt's treasures goes beyond the pyramids alone. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo houses an unparalleled collection of ancient artifacts, each with its own unique story. As we walk through the hallowed halls of this magnificent institution, we encounter the enduring legacy of pharaohs, queens, and commoners alike. These artifacts offer us a glimpse into the daily lives, beliefs, and artistic achievements of ancient Egypt. However, maintaining this vast collection presents its own set of challenges. The artifacts, some thousands of years old, require meticulous care and conservation to prevent deterioration. Skilled conservators work tirelessly to restore and protect these priceless relics. Their expertise ensures that the fragile beauty of ancient Egypt is preserved for future generations to behold. As we venture to the Valley of the Kings, we uncover Egypt's hidden treasures, the tombs of pharaohs and nobles, where secrets of the afterlife were entombed for eternity. These tombs are not mere burial sites, they are intricate works of art and architecture. Elaborate paintings and hieroglyphics line the walls, depicting scenes from the lives and journeys of the deceased. The fragility of these paintings and inscriptions becomes apparent when faced with the harsh realities of the desert environment. Humidity, heat, and carbon dioxide from visitors can damage these ancient works of art. To combat this, experts employ state-of-the-art preservation techniques. Climate control systems, similar to those used in museums, are installed to maintain stable conditions within the tombs. Three-dimensional scanning and digital reproduction are also used to create precise replicas of tomb interiors. These replicas allow scholars and visitors alike to appreciate the beauty and significance of these underground wonders, without risking harm to the originals. The Nile, Egypt's lifeblood, has shaped the nation's history and culture for millennia. However, the construction of dams along the river, such as the Aswan High Dam, has altered the landscape and posed new preservation challenges. In Nubia, the rising waters of Lake Nasser threatened the ancient temples of Abu Simbel, leading to an ambitious international rescue mission. The relocation of the temples of Abu Simbel was a monumental effort. Block by block, these architectural wonders were carefully dismantled, moved to higher ground, and reconstructed. Today, visitors from around the world can still marvel at the magnificence of these temples, thanks to a remarkable feat of engineering and international cooperation. Egypt's treasures aren't confined to the land, some lie hidden beneath the waves. The submerged city of Heracleion, once lost to time, has been rediscovered by underwater archaeologists. These underwater explorers delve into the depths of the Mediterranean, uncovering ancient statues, submerged temples, and sunken ships that offer tantalizing glimpses into Egypt's maritime history. Dr. Frank Goddio, a pioneering marine archaeologist, has dedicated his life to uncovering the secrets of Egypt's underwater heritage. His work is like a journey through time, exploring the lost cities of Heracleion and Canopus. Using remotely operated vehicles and specialized equipment, he documents these underwater marvels while preserving their integrity. Through these efforts, we gain new insights into Egypt's maritime history while preserving its underwater heritage. The mysteries of the deep continue to yield remarkable discoveries. As we've seen, the preservation of Egypt's ancient treasures is a complex and ongoing endeavor. But it's not just the responsibility of experts and institutions, it's a responsibility shared by all. Engaging local communities is essential to ensuring the long-term preservation of Egypt's heritage. By fostering a sense of ownership and pride in their history, we empower communities to become stewards of their own legacy. Education is another key component of preservation. Initiatives that teach children and adults about their heritage, its significance, and the importance of conservation help create a new generation of advocates for Egypt's treasures. Sustainable tourism plays a pivotal role in this equation. By promoting responsible and ethical travel, we can strike a balance between sharing Egypt's wonders with the world and preserving them for future generations. Egypt's ancient treasures are not just relics of the past, they are living testaments to the enduring spirit of humanity. By preserving them, we honor our shared history and ensure that Egypt's wonders continue to captivate and inspire generations yet to come. Thank you for joining us on this extended journey through Egypt's rich history and the tireless efforts to preserve its ancient treasures. Together, we can protect and cherish these wonders, ensuring they remain a source of wonder and inspiration for all of humanity. Welcome to Egypt Unveiled, the major regions and their importance. In this documentary, we will embark on an extensive journey through the heart of the Nile, uncovering the rich history, diverse landscapes, and cultural significance of Egypt's major regions. From the timeless allure of the Nile Delta to the majestic deserts of the Sahara, join us as we explore the tapestry of this ancient land. The Nile Delta, our journey begins in the north, where the mighty Nile River splits into countless tributaries, giving birth to the Nile Delta. This lush and fertile region has been the lifeblood of Egypt for millennia. The delta's importance lies in its agricultural bounty. Its fertile soil supports the growth of a wide variety of crops, making it the breadbasket of Egypt. Here, farmers have cultivated wheat, rice, and papyrus for thousands of years, ensuring the country's food security and economic stability. Additionally, the Delta is home to some of Egypt's most vibrant cities, including Alexandria and Port Said, which have been crucial to the country's trade and commerce, connecting it to the Mediterranean and the world beyond. Alexandria, often called the Pearl of the Mediterranean, is renowned not only for its historical significance but also for its modern influence as a cultural and economic hub. The delta's proximity to the Mediterranean Sea has played a pivotal role in Egypt's history. It facilitated interactions with neighboring civilizations, leading to the exchange of knowledge and ideas. The ancient library of Alexandria, a beacon of knowledge in antiquity, was a testament to this intellectual crossroads. The Nile Delta, with its intricate network of canals and waterways, has also supported a thriving fishing industry. Fishermen here have cast their nets for centuries, contributing to the nation's diet and economy. Moving southward, we enter Upper Egypt, where the Nile narrows, and the landscape transforms into a breathtaking tableau of deserts and cliffs. This region holds profound historical and cultural significance. Upper Egypt was the heartland of ancient Egyptian civilization. It's where the pharaohs built their monumental temples, such as Luxor and Karnak, dedicated to their gods and the afterlife. These awe-inspiring structures continue to draw tourists and scholars from around the world, preserving the legacy of a bygone era. The Nile itself, winding gracefully through Upper Egypt, has always been a source of life, providing water for irrigation, transportation, and sustenance to the local communities that still rely on its bounty today. The Valley of the Kings, nestled within the cliffs of Upper Egypt, is an archaeological treasure trove. It's here that the pharaohs of the New Kingdom were laid to rest in elaborate tombs filled with treasures. This region's significance to the study of ancient history cannot be overstated. Upper Egypt's location at the southern end of the Nile has made it a strategic gateway to Africa. Throughout history, it served as a crossroads for trade, allowing Egypt to connect with the kingdoms and cultures of Nubia and beyond. Now, let's venture westward into the vast expanse of the Western Desert, a region that reveals Egypt's unyielding connection to the Sahara. The Western Desert might appear inhospitable, but it's a treasure trove of natural resources. Its vast deserts are rich in mineral deposits, including gold, phosphates, and limestone. These resources have been crucial for Egypt's industrial development and economic growth. Moreover, this region has played a significant role in Egypt's strategic defense. It is home to military installations and remote oases that have served as vital checkpoints and bases throughout history. The oases of the Western Desert, such as Bahariya, Farafra, and Dakhla, have not only been critical for military purposes but also have sustained communities through agriculture and trade. The Western Desert also holds a unique ecological significance. It is home to a variety of desert-adapted wildlife, including the fennec fox, desert hedgehog, and the elusive sand cat. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these species and their fragile habitats. Our journey now takes us to the east, along the enchanting Red Sea coast. The Red Sea is a world-renowned destination for divers and marine enthusiasts. Its coral reefs are teeming with life, and its crystal-clear waters are home to an incredible array of species. Tourism along the Red Sea brings both economic prosperity and global recognition to Egypt. The coastal city of Hurghada, once a sleepy fishing village, has transformed into a vibrant tourist destination. It offers not only spectacular diving opportunities but also luxurious resorts, making it a magnet for tourists seeking relaxation and adventure. Equally vital is the Suez Canal, which connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean. This engineering marvel serves as one of the world's busiest trade routes, facilitating the flow of goods between Europe and Asia. Its significance in global trade cannot be overstated. The development of the Suez Canal zone, with its modern infrastructure and economic incentives, aims to position Egypt as a global logistics hub, attracting foreign investment and bolstering its role in international trade. Finally, we reach the mysterious Sinai Peninsula, a land of rugged mountains and ancient spirituality. Sinai is home to St. Catherine's Monastery, one of the oldest working Christian monasteries in the world, a testament to Egypt's religious diversity and its historical ties to Christianity. Pilgrims and visitors alike are drawn to its spiritual significance and architectural beauty. The region's dramatic landscapes also attract adventure seekers and trekkers who come to explore its stunning mountains, including Mount Sinai, where, according to tradition, Moses received the Ten Commandments. The Sinai Peninsula has witnessed its share of challenges and conflicts, but its strategic location at the crossroads of Africa and Asia makes it a region of geopolitical importance. Efforts are ongoing to promote stability and development while preserving its unique natural and cultural heritage. As we conclude our journey through Egypt's major regions, it becomes abundantly clear that this ancient land is a tapestry of history, culture, and natural wonders. From the delta's fertile fields to the rugged beauty of Sinai, from the treasures of Upper Egypt to the strategic importance of the Western Desert and the Red Sea coast, each region plays a unique and indispensable role in Egypt's past, present, and future. Egypt's greatness lies not just in its historical monuments, but also in the diversity and richness of its regions. This country, with its enduring spirit and timeless landscapes, continues to captivate the world, inviting all to explore its majesty. Egypt, a land where time flows like the Nile, has fascinated the world for centuries. In this documentary, we embark on a journey to explore some of the treasures of ancient Egypt, a civilization that has left an indelible mark on history. From the monumental pyramids of Giza to the intricate tombs of the Valley of the Kings, and the enigmatic smile of the Great Sphinx, we'll delve deep into the heart of this ancient civilization. Join us as we uncover the mysteries, artistry, and enduring legacy of ancient Egypt. Our journey begins at the Pyramids of Giza, an iconic symbol of Egypt's ancient glory. These colossal structures, built over 4,500 years ago, are a testament to human ingenuity and determination. The construction of the pyramids remains a marvel of engineering and organization. Imagine the precise alignment of the massive stone blocks, the mathematical perfection of their dimensions, and the labor of thousands who toiled under the scorching Egyptian sun. The Great Pyramid, attributed to Pharaoh Khufu, stands as the largest and most enigmatic. Its inner chambers, once sealed tombs, have yielded incredible insights into the afterlife beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. But beyond their physical grandeur, the pyramids hold mysteries that continue to baffle historians and archaeologists. How were they constructed with such precision using primitive tools? What secrets lie hidden within their labyrinthine passages? Today, cutting-edge technology plays a pivotal role in preserving these wonders. Sensors and monitoring devices keep a vigilant watch, ensuring any changes in temperature, humidity, or seismic activity are detected promptly. But preserving Egypt's treasures goes beyond the pyramids alone. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo houses an unparalleled collection of ancient artifacts, each with its own unique story. As we stand in the shadow of the Great Sphinx, we encounter a guardian of Egypt's secrets. This colossal statue, with the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh, has captivated imaginations for centuries. The Sphinx is shrouded in mysteries, from the missing nose to the legends of hidden chambers beneath its pores. Scholars and explorers have tirelessly sought answers, but the Sphinx remains an enigma. In the 19th century, explorers like Giovanni Battista Caviglia and Auguste Mariette unearthed parts of the Sphinx, revealing its colossal proportions and sparking renewed interest in its origins. Today, ongoing efforts to restore and preserve the Sphinx ensure that it endures as a symbol of Egypt's enduring spirit. A careful balance is struck between restoration and maintaining the age-old character of this ancient guardian. Our journey takes us to the Valley of the Kings, a sacred burial ground where pharaohs and nobles were laid to rest. This desolate valley, nestled against the Theban Hills, conceals an underground world of art and spirituality. Each tomb in this valley is a masterpiece of ancient Egyptian artistry. The walls are adorned with vibrant frescoes, hieroglyphics, and scenes from the pharaohs' lives and journeys to the afterlife. But the fragility of these paintings and inscriptions becomes apparent when faced with the harsh realities of the desert environment. Humidity, heat, and carbon dioxide from visitors can damage these ancient works of art. To combat this, experts employ state-of-the-art preservation techniques. Climate control systems are installed to maintain stable conditions within the tombs, ensuring that these masterpieces endure for generations to come. Three-dimensional scanning and digital reproduction are also used to create precise replicas of tomb interiors. These replicas allow scholars and visitors alike to appreciate the beauty and significance of these underground wonders, without risking harm to the originals. Our journey now leads us to the grand temples and monuments of ancient Egypt. These colossal structures, often dedicated to gods and pharaohs, bear witness to the spiritual and political power of the time. The Temple of Karnak, a sprawling complex dedicated to the god Amun-Ra, is a testament to the grandeur of ancient Egyptian architecture. Its towering columns and intricate hieroglyphics tell the story of a civilization deeply connected to its deities. The walls of these temples are adorned with intricate carvings that depict everything from historical battles to divine rituals. These inscriptions provide invaluable insights into the culture, beliefs, and daily life of ancient Egyptians. But the passage of time and the elements have taken their toll on these sacred sites. Preservation efforts are essential to protect these magnificent structures from deterioration. Skilled conservators and archaeologists work tirelessly to restore and protect these priceless relics. Their expertise ensures that the fragile beauty of ancient Egypt is preserved for future generations to behold. Our next destination is the remarkable discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb by Howard Carter in 1922. This monumental find provided a window into the opulence and artistry of ancient Egyptian royalty. The treasures found within, including the iconic golden mask of King Tutankhamun, are a testament to the craftsmanship of the time. Each piece reflects the religious beliefs and the splendor of the young pharaoh's reign. The golden mask, in particular, has become an iconic symbol of Egypt's rich history. Crafted with exquisite detail, it once adorned the mummy of the pharaoh, intended to guide him safely into the afterlife. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb had a profound impact on the world, sparking renewed interest in Egyptology and ancient Egypt. It also raised questions about the pharaoh's life and untimely death. Beyond the grand monuments and royal treasures, ancient Egypt comes to life through the details of everyday existence. From agriculture to crafts, the daily life of the people reveals a rich tapestry of culture and tradition. The Nile River, often referred to as the gift of the Nile, played a central role in the survival of the ancient Egyptians. Its annual floods enriched the soil, enabling bountiful harvests and sustaining the population. The ancient Egyptians were skilled farmers and engineers. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems to maximize agricultural productivity along the fertile banks of the Nile. Craftsmanship was another hallmark of Egyptian society. Skilled artisans created exquisite jewelry, pottery, and textiles. These artifacts offer a glimpse into the aesthetics and tastes of the time. The ancient Egyptians were also a deeply spiritual people. Their religious beliefs permeated every aspect of life, from birth to death. Elaborate burial rituals and tombs underscored the importance of the afterlife. The study of ancient Egyptian daily life provides a holistic understanding of this remarkable civilization, showing us that behind the grandeur of the pyramids and temples lay a society of ingenuity, creativity, and unwavering devotion. As our journey through ancient Egypt comes to a close, we reflect on the monumental efforts to preserve this extraordinary legacy for future generations. Conservationists, archaeologists, and historians work diligently to protect and restore the wonders of ancient Egypt. Their work ensures that these treasures continue to captivate and inspire, as they have for millennia. Cutting-edge technology, from climate control systems in tombs to 3D scanning of artifacts, plays a vital role in safeguarding these ancient treasures. Education and community involvement are equally crucial. By engaging local communities and teaching future generations about their heritage, we create a new generation of stewards who will carry the legacy forward. Sustainable tourism practices help strike a balance between sharing Egypt's wonders with the world and preserving them for the ages. Egypt's ancient treasures are not just relics of the past, they are living testaments to the enduring spirit of humanity. By preserving them, we honor our shared history and ensure that Egypt's wonders continue to captivate and inspire generations yet to come. As the sun sets over the Great Sphinx, we bid farewell to the wonders of ancient Egypt. But we leave knowing that these treasures, each with its own story to tell, will remain a source of wonder and inspiration for all of humanity. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the treasures of ancient Egypt. May the legacy of this remarkable civilization continue to shine brightly through the sands of time.